Welcome to In the Good. I am Kristen, and this is our weekly conversation for the energies of the week of December 2nd through December 8th. So what do we need to know? What's being hidden? What lies beneath? What's coming to light? What do we need to know? What are the reflections? What are the insights? What are the observations? What's the path forward? Okay. Receptivity. It feels like you have submerged yourself in the waters of accepting your own emotions and who you are. Like, what does it mean to be a human being that feels in the world, who's functioning in the world, who has to get all the work done, who has to get to work on time, that has to make a whole big Thanksgiving dinner and then prepare Christmas dinner and write the invitations and pick up the kids. Sitting in this energy that is ultimately very feminine. Being compassionate towards yourself as you discover yourself more and more within who you are as you feel things in an embodied way. It's their place, I just live here. And this is in the discovery that your superpower is actually in your ability to really feel, to be empathic. But it's learning how to trust that which you are deeply feeling, which you feel in your gut, you feel in your heart. It is then confirmed by the intellect, by the mind, by the analytics, by the data. And the actions can move forward through the structures, through the scaffolding, and how you create a path for not only others, but yourself. But you're doing it as this highly receptive being who feels very deeply. With this lotus flower, this blue lotus, and the deep intuition. But also, I feel there's euphoria and ecstasy. This feels like a breakthrough of also feeling very calm and at peace in one's own feelings, in one's ability to really be receptive to the truth of yourself, to be in this high altitude truth of the reality of life, whether it be the collective life, the cultural life, your own individual life, and how that which is going on in society at large is affecting those close to you and therefore affecting you or affecting you directly. And how to create a calmness and peace in a very much of a keep calm, move on kind of way. This is giving up control in the best way possible because you realize there's nothing to control. There's nothing that you can control except for your own self-acceptance and your own perception of how you're going to move forward with what's next. That was interesting. Let me know in the comments below what just resonated with you there, because that was definitely for somebody. And the feminine energies always are gender neutral. We all have masculine and feminine. This could be accepting the fact that you are a person with feminine energies, no matter how masculine you might be or present to the world, that you have this deep need to receive. There's also a great acceptance and knowing and acknowledging that to receive is to give, that letting someone give to you is an act of passionate action towards yourself in receiving what you need to feel nourished and loved and taken care of to move forward, but it's also an act to the other person that you're actually giving at the same time that you're receiving, because you're giving so much. They feel so much gratitude. It's inspiring to them to be able, whoever's giving to you or you're allowing to give to you, or who you will be letting, who maybe you're contemplating letting people give a little bit more. It makes them feel so good about themselves, so inspired. And there's no ego around it. It's to truly feel the state of ecstatic happiness and like true ecstasy and euphoric, to be able to give and to experience how you're feeling when you're being given to, whether this be emotional, physical, things that you're getting. And it could be giving just a lot of support that you're receiving. But it's this concept that by letting yourself receive, you're also giving, because that person is really getting something out of giving to you. And therefore it is this, it's like a breath. It's like an inhale and an exhale and a give and a receive and a, I breathe in and I breathe out and give and receive. And then it's always going to be your time to be the one that's more active at another time. But this feels like the light coming in, like you're being given a network of insights around all the changes that have just occurred in your life. There's been a web of like new pathways. It's almost like your brain has recalibrated. And it could be in the form of you've rewritten stories that you've told about yourself and others about your limiting self-beliefs, and you've transformed that into a place more of limitless potential that lies within an unknown that may feel slightly uncomfortable, but is so much better than that limiting belief. And it could be multiple stories that you switch these pathways over to just a network of something that feels lit up inside, and being able to present yourself and connect to other people that are in this place with you. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're resonating, let me know what's going on in the comments below. I'd love to have you a part of this community as I begin to build up here on YouTube. It would be an honor. All right, the tiger, the wood tiger. Powerful beginnings and progress. So powerful beginnings and progress, because often we feel like in the beginning of something, it's this complete space, right? Like it's this vast ocean of this limitless potential, of the nothing. Remember the never-ending story and the nothing? It's the working with that space of what can seem very chaotic and mysterious and can create fear. Can that be which has the greatest creative potential? But there's progress in this new beginning, which means you have been working, you have been doing things, whether it's healing work, working on your business, working on a relationship. Maybe it's working towards wanting to get out there and be seen in the dating world again. Like you've just taken a moment of hermit to work on yourself or to get a lot of rest. Maybe you've had to, for some of you, you've had to be a caregiver for somebody. And that which you have been progressing through is there in this new beginning for you. So I really feel this is about not a beginning that's knocking everything out of the water. And it's like starting fresh with experience and wisdom and with accumulated abundance, accumulated knowledge. And I keep hearing data analytics, like you've done some of you have done the logistics of things, like you've really looked at it from that kind of way, that kind of mind way. But then you've felt deeply into it as you've allowed your mind to just do its thing on its own without trying to tell the mind what to do. You're not staying in the monkey mind. And that is where all this progress is coming from. It's like this mind-heart balance, this mind intuition, trusting your gut balance. This is also very grounded. I'm a wood tiger because I'm a Chinese tiger, and I believe I'm the wood tiger. So this is really cool to see this card come up. This tree also feels like the tree of life. It feels like the Akashic records. It feels like you're holding within your heart. So this card is green and reminds me of the heart chakra. You hold within your heart all of your experiences, past, present, and future. And as we go into the future, there are all these different lighted pathways and networks and crossroads and different ways you can pick. And for some of you out there, you're really wanting to choose a different pathway. And it's not that the other one isn't just as lit up, it's just not for you anymore. But this feels also grounding into the earth, like your history, who you are as a human, all your potential is connected to the deep ancestral bonds of every single person who has ever walked the earth before you. Like the ancestors of the ancestors is what I'm feeling. It's that sense of being connected to every person who's ever been here, and that we've all breathed this air together. And therefore there is information and knowledge that can be shared, a lot of inspiration that can come up in knowing all the brilliant people before us that have put their energy onto the earth. Whoever those people in history are for you, that you are walking the same steps as them, breathing the same air as them, and can receive that inspiration from them as they left this part of themselves here on earth. And you can connect with them. This is a very, very Aquarian type of reading. Feels very all about the community, ourselves connected to the community, whether it be all the communities that have ever lived, the ones we're experiencing now, the ones that we want to be with, and just the interconnectedness of this. Also feels like the internet to me, like and lighting it up and taking technologies for the inspiration that they can give you and not letting them hold you back, not working with the technologies to enhance what can be enhanced with it, to do good with it, to be in the light with it. That you're somehow a part of making technology really work for people in a very beautiful way. And with the Fool, it's starting off on this beginning, this powerful new beginning, right? You're starting off fresh, but you are taking with you a little bit, right, in the bag, the most essential things, the most essential knowledge, the essence of who you are, which can never be touched by anybody else. That essence of who you are. And it's always there with you, and you can grow and change, become better, go through whatever you've been through, tragedy, trauma, grief, love, ecstasy, amazement, and the essential self always is there for you, in your heart, in your soul, kept safe by the body. And that's getting in touch with the body, really listening to the intelligence of the body. And the Two of Pentacles and the Moon. So coming out of hiding, this is going back to, there are some of you that just really took a break from dating. That is just really prevalent, but that you're ready to come out of hiding. After a period of prolonged work on yourself or the work that you do in the world, secrets have been revealed, realities have been shown. Perhaps people in your workplace or people in your environment that were very manipulative, harassment, bullying, and they couldn't touch your essential self, right? You may have had a disturbing experience, you may have gotten emotional, you may have had to go through some things get the analytics together and be in your heart and your feelings and still look at the realities of a situation. And what becomes illuminated by the moon is only that essential self. The Three of Pentacles, it's about going public, again, about creating. And in this Three of Pentacles, it really feels like you are interacting with your own creativity, right? Interacting with the statue. It's not just you doing these things that are creative. And you could be an accountant in your work. It's whatever you're creating in the world. But you're interacting with it as opposed to putting, I will do this and it's going to turn out this way. It's almost like you're in collaboration with your own creativity, your own passions, your own ideas, your own thoughts, the mechanisms of how you do what you do. You're in creation with it. It's a two-way street. So that is what is up for today. And this week, I hope, please let me know again what's resonating with you in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you are feeling called. And we're saying hi to the cat and saying goodbye to the cat. Next time. Bye.